Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at Trinidad and Tobago, specifically Saturday, October 18th, 2025. It's an astonishing picture of a nation under simultaneous, really severe strain.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking major geopolitical fallout, economic shocks hitting hard, high security alerts across the board, and even environmental warnings layered on top.
And our goal here is to try and understand this paradox. How does a country facing all that maintain such a vibrant social life?
Exactly. You've got a state of emergency nationwide. 2 yellow level alerts, one for bad weather, one for hazardous seas. And this follows a deadly U.S. military strike involving Trinidadian nationals just days before.
It's a pressure cooker. Yet the government's busy defending a controversial new budget, while huge cultural events like the Tobago Panorama, Panamega are just going ahead. The social calendar looks packed.
It really does. So let's maybe start with the geopolitics, because that really ignited things internationally.
Right. That U.S. strike on the suspected drug vessel. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar didn't just comment. She doubled down on her previous controversial stance.
She did, reaffirming that drug traffickers should be, quote, killed violently, and explicitly praised the U.S. action.
Yeah.
Very strong words.
Incredibly strong. But here's the bind. TNT desperately needs international cooperation on the economic front, right?
Desperately. They're actively seeking an OFAC license, that's a sanctions waiver from the U.S. Treasury, for the Dragon gas field. It's a massive energy project.
And that project needs close cooperation with Venezuela. How did Venezuela react to the PM's comments?
Not well, as you'd expect. They publicly condemned her words, basically accusing her of applauding a, quote, U.S. warlike plan.
Wow. So is she choosing like a tough-on-crime image over a vital energy project? That seems risky, economically speaking.
It looks that way from the outside. It's a huge gamble. The Dragon field is seen as key to their future energy security. So, yeah, jeopardizing that and getting criticized by regional partners like CARICOM.
CARICOM spoke out too.
Yeah, they requested better communication from the U.S. about such actions. And Human Rights Watch flagged the incident as a potential extrajudicial execution. So international pressure is building.
Okay, so that's the geopolitical storm. But you mentioned economic shocks. Let's connect it to the new budget. What's happening there?
Well, the budget was just presented, and the effects were pretty immediate, tangible impacts, new taxes on things like alcohol.
The sin taxes.
Exactly. And also a planned pretty hefty hike in national insurance contributions, NIS, about 23%. That affects everyone's pension contribution, Social Security.
And how did businesses react? I imagine beverage companies weren't thrilled about the alcohol tax.
Not at all. Big names like Angostura and Carib announced price increases almost immediately. And this timing, it couldn't be worse for some sectors.
Why is that?
Because the huge Tobago Carnival is just around the corner, October 24th to 26th. Bar owners, restaurant owners, they're warning this sudden price spike is hitting spending.
So it could threaten the viability of Carnival, even though it's crucial for Tobago's economy.
That's the fear. It's this strange collision. They report accommodations are almost fully booked, nearly 100% occupancy. People want to be there.
But they might have less money to spend when they arrive because of these new taxes and price hikes.
Precisely. The demand for celebration is there, strong as ever, but the economic reality is biting.
Which brings us back to this core paradox, especially when you factor in the security situation. Tell us more about the state of emergency.
It's been in place since July 2025, nationwide. It gives the police really extensive powers, things like warrantless searches, suspension of bail for certain offenses. It's aimed at serious crime, including alleged plots against officials.
And this isn't just domestic concern, right? International governments are warning their citizens.
Oh, absolutely. The travel advisories from the U.S., U.K., Canada, Australia are quite strict. They specifically list certain areas, Leventil, Beetham, Sea Lots, as places their citizens should avoid completely, prohibited at all times due to violent crime.
Prohibited at all times. That's serious.
It is. And remember, on top of the SOE and the crime warnings, you have those active adverse weather and hazardous seas alerts potentially hindering emergency responses.
And yet, Panamega is happening. Cultural mixers are happening. Late-night parties are happening. The social life just powers through.
It's quite remarkable, a kind of societal defiance, you could say. People are determined to live their lives, to celebrate their culture, despite everything swirling around them.
So you have the split screen, the government pushing fiscal correction and a hardline security stance, potentially straining vital diplomatic ties.
While the public pushes back with this incredible resilience, this determination to maintain normalcy and cultural celebration amidst environmental threats, economic pain, and security fears. Two very different responses happening at once.
It really makes you think. Given that the state of emergency itself allows these large public gatherings, despite the clear dangers, what does that tell us about where the real strength of the nation lies in a crisis? Is it in the government's actions, however controversial?
Or is it in the people's deep-rooted commitment to their way of life, to their culture, even when facing down multiple threats? That's something for you, the listener, to maybe ponder. Where does that resilience truly come from?